Everyone's tiny compared to me.
In width or in length?
I don't know. Girth. Oh, is this sort of how a regular interview works? Yes, I've done one before. It was a bit snarky, wasn't it?
It was, thank you very much.
Because I'm an arrogant twat. I am really big. There's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately.
All right, hi Rob.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I didn't really care. If poetry disappeared tomorrow, how long do you think it would take before anyone noticed?
Well, if people stopped writing poetry today, most people, you know, they really like. So if poetry
One
stopped.
sentence answer, please. It's not that interesting.
Okay, sorry. I think the future generations would be put out by some of the poets that are working today. There are some fantastic poets working in, you know, their lifetime. So I think once those books are gone, the older books, and these new ones don't exist, then I think it would be a tragedy. So I think it would be quite quick.
A lot of commas in that question.
Oh my God.
Is poetry your main career? Or is it just like a hobby between real gigs?
Well, I'd like to say I make enough money to live off of poetry alone, but I don't. I love writing poetry. It's the only thing that I do naturally, and I want to do it all the time. If I'm feeling a bit cranky, I'm feeling a bit strange, I go and write a poem and it gets it all out of my head. And but it is, I would say, if anyone asked me what I did for a living, I would say that I'm a poet.
If someone hasn't read your books, what's the fastest way they can pretend they have?
Go, are you that poet guy? And then my ego will explode, and then I'll just sit there and just smile all night. So
And clap like this.
And clap like this, like a walrus. What are they called? Oh, an otter. No.
You should know.
I can't believe I just did that.
How many people have actually read your books, and how many just bought them because they know you personally?
Actually, I don't think any of my friends have never bought one of my books.
No, we haven't.
No, not one. Yeah, a few people have bought. It's funny, my first book, Naked in the Coffee House, that was quite successful. That did really well. And then the second book, the difficult follow-up wasn't such a good book, didn't do so well. And then I took a nice break. I really thought about what I was doing, and then I wrote I Remain Blind. And in my opinion, that's the best book I've written. It's a phenomenal book.
You're like a bit bigger guy. When you write poetry, do you prefer sitting?
As opposed to running or hand gliding? Yeah, this is a really strange question. I normally sit when I write, yes.
You look like someone who writes poetry.
Do I?
Is that an intentional look?
Which other poet do I look like then? You can't answer that question.
Roberto Grando.
Ah, is he Spanish or?
Yeah.
Okay,
Very
he's quite very good looking, bold, beard.
Talked a lot about the Black Plague back in the day.
Oh, damn.
A lot of material.
Okay, he sounds interesting.
Is poetry something you plan on keeping on doing, or is it just like a phase?
This is just a phase. I've always written it, and I think if I stopped writing it, I would either go crazy or I'd mass murder, or it would go bad. Poetry for me is such an outlet of things that otherwise would be rattling around inside of my head and driving me crazy, like so many other people. But that's why I write it, and that's why I love it.
Do you think it's interesting?
Poetry?
What you write?
What I write? There's a technique that I developed called third-person reading, where you learn to read your work completely objectively. And once you can do that, that's the biggest tip I would give to any potential poet, is when you can read your work completely objectively. And sometimes I get to the end of my poems and I go, "Wah!" That's a really good poem. And that's when I know I've got something. If I can read it in that state and still get to the end, even though I've written it and I know what's about to happen, and go, "Wow."
So you
That's
don't
a really
have
good
enough
poem.
people who read it to give you feedback?
Are you just making up questions now?
Yeah.
You've actually read it. This was like, I'm going to interview you and write all these questions, and you wrote like 4 questions, and now you totally run out of questions. 6? Wow.
Should we have a joint?
Let's do that. Right, is that it? Is that all the questions you had? So what you're trying to say is you're not a particularly professional journalist?
No.
Not a
I never
journalist
claimed
at
to
all?
be. Are you a professional poet?
Almost.